The Earth people who can think are so frightened by those who cannot. The dead. The dead.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Anthony, and this is Mandy. We're the team behind Friday the 13th Blood Loss and our upcoming horror feature film, Killer Pizza. Tonight, we're joined by a talented actor and producer, Phil Petranto. But first, I have to take a second to do something that I should have done last night. We want to give a special thanks and shout out to Michael Claude Thomas and the B Monster movies for letting us use their song, B-Movie Monsters. We want to give them a special thank you for letting us use their song Plan 9 for the intro video. Thank you guys so much. We like using their music for pretty much everything we do. We've used it in previous shows, and we're going to use one of their songs in Killer Pizza too. So without further ado, let's bring out the man of the night here. Oh my God, it's Phil Petranto. I told you guys. They didn't believe me. I kept telling everybody, I'm like, the real one is here, the real Phil Petranto, and people didn't believe me, but here he is. All right, so hey. Phil, how's it going tonight?
Good, how you guys doing?
Hanging in there, trying not to butcher song names.
It happens, man.
Yeah, song names.
For the best of us.
Yeah. Oh, I did mess up the band name. Yeah, I got the song name right, everybody. All right,
is that Phil the opening for Killer Pizza for the promotional video?
I think so. Is it the same song for the Killer Pizza promo video, the concept trailer?
No, that was a different song.
It's the same band.
Oh.
Same band.
Same band.
And
very cool, man.
Thomas is actually music for the movie.
Yes. So a lot of people are popping in and saying hi to Phil. They're excited to see him. Matthew White is in the comments. Hi, Matthew. Antonia France. Hello. Troy Elke's here. So we got some fans of Phil Petranto in the house tonight.
That's Ross.
So yeah, guys, it's a live interactive feed. Feel free to ask questions, leave lots of comments for Phil. Do you have any questions for Phil off the bat?
I was trying to share on Facebook that we were live to try to get some more people to notice.
All right. So, Phil, I have a question. We just announced that Nancy Ann Ritter is going to be in Killer Pizza, and, of course, you're going to be in Killer Pizza. Nancy was in the original Scream movie.
Yeah.
And so I have to ask you a very important question. What's your favorite scary movie?
God.
And he's gone, and he's back.
I'm back.
And he's back. All right. So very important question. What's your favorite scary movie, Phil?
Oh, God. I'm going to tell you, man, from going back in the day, I'm not trying to date myself. We just talked about this. But, you know, it's a cult classic, man. It was called Trilogy of Terror. And the only reason I'm saying this is because I saw it when I was very, very young.
And he's gone, and he's back again.
You can't get rid of me that easy, man. But yeah, that was probably one of the scariest movies. It was called Trilogy of Terror, Amelia. So if you guys have never watched it, it's old. It's from the 70s, but it's scary as hell. Of course, I do love the Scream series. I love Friday the 13th series. Watched just about all those. Nightmare on Elm Street's classic. You know, Beatrice Buckley and Nightmare on Elm Street 5. Can't go wrong with that. Of course, who doesn't like Halloween? So, yeah, I'm pretty much loving all the cult classics, man.
Awesome. So, Trilogy of Terror. And you just saw that recently.
No, this I've seen when I was very young. It's traumatized me, and it's stayed with me all these years. I literally just watched a couple trailers on it again just to refresh. But yes, keep in mind Trilogy of Terror. Just check it out sometime. if you're younger, it would scare the crud out of you. Let's put it that way.
Antonia is saying she's the best. I'm not sure if she meant Beatrice or Nancy Ann. I think it's pretty close, right? Nancy Ann and Beatrice. And he's gone and he's back again.
Technical difficulties here in the feed today.
Yeah, that's all right. So, yep, we love Nancy and Beatrice. Let's see. I believe this is Lucas. Lucas Baker saying we have so many original horror actors. This will be amazing. Yeah, so we have Nancy Ann Ritter from Scream. We have Walter Phelan from House of a Thousand Corpses and The Devil's Rejects. And Leprechaun 2 and Thor and Wishmaster and From Dusk Till Dawn and Goosebumps and X-Files and Charmed and a bunch of other stuff.
Tongue twisters.
Talking about nostalgia, it's like all these blasts from the past here. This is great.
Yeah, we have Tom Glynn from Creepshow.
That's awesome. I still love Creepshow too. That was great. The movies were, I don't know if you ever saw part 1 and part 2. Those were both phenomenal movies back in the day.
Actually, it's behind. You can't see it here, but it's behind Mandy on the. You have to take my word for it. It's on the background.
I believe it. It's over Mandy's shoulders in front of it. That's all.
Who else do we have? We have Tom Glynn from Creepshow. We have Elle Burke from Killjoy and The Wedding Singer.
Nice.
He'll be on with us. Well, Tom will be on with us tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss out. Yeah, we have. He's gone and he's back. Tomorrow night is. Tomorrow night is Tom Glynn from Creepshow with Tam Taylor, talented actress and comedian, and Joseph Richmond, talented actor. They'll be on with us starting at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then Thursday night, we have Albert and Christian Bester. Christian,
my boy.
Yeah, so Christian worked on Blood Loss with us. And then Friday night is Christina Lafser. So we have a stacked card this week, right?
The full regimen going. That's awesome. You guys get busy.
Yeah. Excuse me, guys. So Phil is in Killer Pizza. Have we said anything about what Phil's doing in the movie?
No, we
not yet.
What he's doing.
So we know that there are
progress.
we know that there are mobsters in the movie.
Yes.
Okay, and Phil.
I'm gonna have Phil be one of the henchmen.
He's gonna be a mobster, mafia guy. All right. And so Phil was a mobster, sort of, in a short film that you did.
Yes, Judgment Call. It was one of my awesome student films that I did with very talented Lucas Sharon is his name. From RIT, those guys are all great. They were all working hard, and they put on some phenomenal, short films and very professional. So so that I got a lot of my experience through RIT and through U of R, and it really helps. So business, I'm still here. Looking to get into the film business, I highly recommend doing student films. It's detrimental, I believe, getting into acting.
So that turned out great. That short film. It's you never know what to expect, right? So I watched it and it was really good. It's only I think it's just like five minutes.
Yeah, it's
long.
like four and a half minutes long, and the way they just pack so much into that little 4.5 minutes is just phenomenal.
So I mean that's right on your profile, right?
Yeah, it's on my IMDb profile. It's on my Facebook wall. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's actually one of many. I have to say that I started back in September with student films, and come April, I'll be doing my 12 or 13th film from them. It's just been nuts. It's been great. But which is so cool is I know them all. They're like a family now, and they have a role they think I'll fit. They'll say, "Hey, Phil, man, you want to?" Sure. I don't even have to do the auditions for a lot of them anymore. And it's just it's a really great thing to get into. So I'm really enjoying it. Plus the experience and stuff is just awesome.
So between all this mobster mafia stuff, I have to ask you something, and this is for the people watching as well, actually. Goodfellas or The Godfather?
It's a tough one. They're pretty neck and neck. I don't know. The Godfather is the all-time classic, though, so it's kind of hard to sway from The Godfather. But there's a lot of mob movies out there. Like Heat was a good one that I liked with De Niro and all them. Obviously, Goodfellas. You got Joe Pesci. He's another great actor, so I'm a fan of his. And so yeah, I'm gonna stick with The Godfather just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, I think we get in trouble if we don't say The Godfather.
Yeah, that's kind of like the
Is that how it
OG.
works?
Yeah.
The movie dog says Casino. That's another one I
Casino's
like.
Have you seen Casino?
Yeah.
Have you? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure. And then let's see. Antonia said Sopranos.
Sopranos, yeah. I mean, that's foundation for
Venom.
gangster movie, gangster series, yeah, definitely.
So guys, if you are on Facebook right now, make sure you give StreamYard permission to show your names so that we know who's commenting, because right now it just says Facebook user. So if you check out the link that we posted earlier with the picture of Phil, there should be a link there for you to give StreamYard access, and then we'll know who we're talking to. And we can pull you up on the
You can say
screen and
Facebook
everything.
number 3 said this.
Yeah. Okay, so we had some questions for you. Matthew White is asking, Phil, how did you get your start in acting?
Okay, and it's funny because he asked me that in real life. My friend there. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, again, going way back, everybody's dream was to be an actor as a kid. That or a singer. Something in the spotlight. I took some classes back in the day at RAPA School of Arts, which is no longer around. Kind of got into a mediocre, casting site. Didn't really do much for me, and because of my job, unfortunately, I wasn't able to, do too much because I was tied down with a, full-time 40-hour-a-week gig. So I kind of put it to the side for, quite a bunch of years. But recently, this is the crazy thing. Just going back to like 8 months or 7 months ago, even, I jumped on backstage, started trying to get back into it, started doing some auditions, and then boom, just one thing led to the next. And next thing I know, I got, 11, 12 student films under my belt and like tied into 8 feature films right now. So like I said, been a whirlwind, man. Just, I don't know. So that's kind of how I got caught up on it. So it's just one thing led to the next, networking, meeting people, just being personable and getting experiences. I watched a lot of Kurt Yu on YouTube. He's great. If anybody's looking to get into acting, definitely listen to some of his advice. I did a couple of Zoom calls with him. Great guy. So yeah, it's a lot of trudging through the mud. Blood loss.
And he's with us.
Yeah.
All right, so we got another one, Phil. Sounds like you enjoyed working student films. Was that exposure because you were a student at the time, or made contact with them from casting agencies?
Nope. Actually from backstage is how I got my first one. And ironically, my first student film was at U of R, University of Rochester. And my daughter just started University of Rochester the same time that I had my first film there. So her first week of going to the college, I was there with her, filming a film with them. So it was a really cool experience. So it was fun. But yeah, then after auditioning for a bunch of them, then once you get to know them and they like the way you act, they start calling you, which is a great thing. So, and it's just been one after the other. I got one coming up this weekend. I got another one in April coming up. It's awesome. A lot of fun.
Great. So got one from Billy Baxter here. What is the role you consider your dream role?
Dream role. That's a good one. To be honest with you, I would love to get into a series. Like, I don't know if you ever saw Peaky Blinders, something to that effect, something on Netflix, just some kind of series, because I feel like if you get into a a series, you're going to have that same role over and over again. You're really going to be able to develop that character. It's going to become like second nature to you. Like, you know, what I'm doing right now is so diverse. I'm like playing this type of person this time, another totally opposite character this time, a father this time, a killer this time, you know. So character over and over again would just be great. So yeah, I think a dream role would be, you know, in a series of
A little
sorts.
bit of technical difficulties tonight, but I think it's going pretty well.
Yeah,
Nonetheless, let's see, is he back with us? There he is.
Yeah, I'm here.
You keep listening, Phil.
All right.
Hanging in there, Mandy.
Phil says, Phil, tell us about your favorite moment on set of any of your movies.
Okay, favorite moments. Let's see. It's a it's a tough one because I'm reflecting back to them. I don't know. I guess one of my favorite short films, not to be biased or anything, obviously was Judgment Call. It was just a cool moment to be able to use like a, you know, the fake gun, but it was just kind of an empowering moment. The climax of the film, and when I was kind of standing there triumphant, it was just kind of a cool feeling, and it really showed it in the film. So that was probably one of my, you know, coolest moments in a film. I did another one called Resurrection Story where I literally had to get into a tub of muddy water, you know, getting cleaned up. So I'm kind of a germaphobe. So that was kind of putting me out of my element a little bit. And so it was kind of cool to be able to do things that I normally would never do in real life, you know, kind of pushed out of my comfort zone to the max. So, you know, I don't know if it was my favorite time in the film, but it was a feeling of accomplishment that I'm definitely pushing myself to do whatever I got to do to, you know, make these people who are, you know, doing what I'm, you know, producing for them. So
We got a cool one for Mandy here. Will the Killer Tomatoes make an appearance?
That would be awesome, but no, because
We don't want to get in trouble.
don't want to get into
Copyright laws, right?
That'd make it a fan film for Killer Tomatoes.
A little bit of Killer Clowns, some Killer Tomatoes.
But I do love that movie. I'm not gonna lie at all. But hey, Phil, I have a quick question.
Yes.
Are you drawn more to horror, or is there a different genre that you would actually like partaking in more?
I'm sorry, what was the first part of your question? Were you asking about what kind of genre was am I into, or?
Are you drawn towards horror, or is there a different genre that you would like to work on, or that you prefer?
Actually, I really want to get into action movies. Is kind of my thing. I like the fight scenes. Matter of fact, I got a shout out to a brother and sister combo that are based out of Buffalo that I'm going to be working on a film with them. It's called Legends Next Gen, and it's kind of an action type of film. And they're actually right now choreographing a fight scene for me. So I'm really excited about that because I haven't really, I mean, I had a fight scene in one of my movies, but it wasn't really like a manly fight scene. So I'm hoping this is going to be, you know, kind of action packed. So yeah, I kind of like the action films, but I mean, I do obviously love the horror genre. I kind of keep everything, you know, just keep it fresh. So I'm not like, you know, put into one type of category. So I want to be as diverse as possible. So, but
awesome.
Yeah, I'm loving horror right now. It's all about horror. I got like so many connections to so many horror films. It's great. horror films are very popular and very cool. So it seems to be like one of the most popular ones.
So I'm going to paraphrase here. I think it is. Is there a project that you would like to work on with your daughter, if as far as a film?
Yeah. I actually tried to pull her into a couple of films. I actually did get her on one student film with me. But yeah, actually, I'm doing the film I'm doing next weekend. Actually, I'm actually playing a father, and the daughter I play is right around my daughter's age and all that stuff. And I almost got her the role. I was talking to the guy, but you know, he had somebody else in mind already. But yeah, there's always a chance that I would love to actually play, whether it's a commercial or a film, where I could actually play father-daughter. That would be just awesome. Did you
Cool.
guys catch that? I disappearing here.
Yeah. So, maybe, do you want to ask Phil anything? You've been quiet tonight.
Because you've been talking a lot. You're not giving me any chances.
Well, here's your chance.
Don't let them silence it, Mandy.
Thing. So, like, he started off saying that you did work in Friday the 13th Lost with us. And are you excited to be able to work on Killer Pizza with us?
Oh, I can't wait. I'm looking very forward to it. I'm looking forward to working on the teaser trailer. I'm looking forward to just working on actually filming it. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So when you guys are ready, you know I'm ready. I'm down.
I was hoping Anthony had the video up of the concept trailer where you gave all the information and everything for the synopsis for us, but I don't think he has that uploaded or anything. But I did post it earlier on Facebook, so that way everybody had a view of it and everything beforehand. So that way they're a little bit more familiar with who we're actually going to be speaking with. And here you are. This is Phil from my video.
Yes, it was very fun to do the video. I really enjoyed it. I'm really looking forward to the storyline. It's fun. It's got a little bit of everything in there. From there's going to be action. There's going to be comedy, strippers, a killer pizza. I mean, what more could you ask for real?
It kind of cut out there a little bit, Phil. What was it that you had said?
Well, I was just saying that Killer Pizzas, like we were talking about, has just about a piece of everything in there. It was from comedy to got some killings going on. You got strippers. You got a killer pizza. You got the gang, mafia, mob going on in there. It's going to be a lot of fun to do. I'm really looking forward to it. So
I'm excited. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited.
But you're here in Rochester with us.
Yes, so that's going to work out really well for us. So like I said, when you guys are ready to go, just let me know and we'll get rocking and rolling. So I'm definitely down.
Yes, it's snowing today. I don't like that. Okay, this Floridian is not used to this springtime snow. Go ahead.
Yep. All right, so peep in whenever you want to, all right, so let's see. You guys are awesome. Can't wait to have you guys on my show as soon as I feel better. Yeah, we'd love to be on the show. Someone is saying, hey, I'm not sure who it is. Facebook user. Hello, Facebook user.
Hi,
Facebook user.
We have a pretty interesting question from another Facebook user. Is there any genre or type of movie you'd prefer to stay away from? For example, I have kids now, and I would feel weird being involved in a 50 Shades of Grey type of movie.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not heavy on the anything that involves nudity and stuff like that. I'm not saying that depending on the role, but yeah, I've been avoiding those type of roles. The mainly the real intimate type of scenes and stuff like that. And matter of fact, one of my coworkers always rips on me. What are you gonna do, Phil, when if you get a role where you have to do this or this? And I'm like, I'll cross that bridge if and when I get to that. So, but I try not to.
What's the money look like?
Yeah, exactly. Anything. It all depends on the price. Money talks. But I do have my limitations, and I do have my lines that I kind of draw. But I've already been way put out of my comfort zone for some of these actual student films. Like I've done some pretty questionable things that characters, I should say, that it's just like, wow. It's kind of surreal because it's something it's not you in real life, but it's kind of cool to be able to step out of reality for a while, and just because you're playing it, it's like I had a scene the other day where I got to just take a glass and just throw it across the room and smash it, in real life. But it's just kind of like it's a sense of freedom, It's fake. Nobody's getting hurt. Nothing bad's happening. It's kind of like Friday the 13th, when people are getting slaughtered and killed, but it's all fake. But it's something. It's surreal, so to speak. So it kind of fantasy world.
Awesome. So that came from Andy Parkin. She was saying Tam Taylor is in the comments. She'll be on with us tomorrow night. She was Facebook user saying, hey. She's a talented actress and comedian. She'll be on with us tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss that. But for tonight, we're here with Phil Petranto. And let's see, we have a lot of people in the comments tonight. Guys, feel free to ask Phil anything you'd like. Mandy and I are here as well if you want to ask us anything about the movies. Do you have anything you want to ask Phil about anything at all?
I already know Phil.
You already know Phil.
Yeah,
she already knows you.
Got that connection. We get all our questions out,
I know
through Facebook Messenger.
Audience to get to know you better. I know. I'm being selfish right now. Feeling like, no, I'm good. I'm joking, Phil.
I was talking earlier about your work, Mandy. Like on set on Friday the 13th, the way you do like the gore and stuff like that. I was just like, it looks phenomenal. And like when somebody's getting murdered, they look like they're getting murdered with the way you do the makeup and then on top of that, your artwork is phenomenal. Mandy does do the drawings. So that artwork.
He's giving you a compliment. You cut out. Does that suck?
I know you're giving me a compliment and it cut out.
I was just saying how
do the whole thing. Start over.
Mandy is very talented. I've witnessed firsthand being on Friday the 13th Blood Loss, watching her aesthetics that she does with the gore, and when somebody gets murdered, it really looks like they got murdered because she does such a great job with that. And then mentioning the artwork, Killer Pizza.
Again.
No,
all,
Phil,
all
no.
of Mandy's handiwork. So very talented, Mandy, I must say. I don't know exactly what Anthony brings to the table, but I'm just kidding.
Oh, ow.
No, Anthony trudges through the mud. And there's another piece. Tony's, I love it.
This was painted on a pizza box with acrylics.
That is great. I love that. That's awesome.
All right. So we have a question for Phil here.
Your phone is dying.
It says, what is your worst experience on a set?
Oh, worst experience on a set. Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah, probably just being put out of my comfort zone, which many times. I had to play one time, well, actually a couple of times, like a murderer. I had to play an abusive husband. Sometimes it's hard to deliver the lines just because it's so out of character, and you have to be believable when you're doing the character. So when you're like yelling and being belligerent toward a young lady, so to speak, it's hard at times. But you gotta do it. You gotta stay the course. So I think some of those are tough for me. Probably the worst experience is when I have to yell and act like I'm being violent toward especially a woman. So, but again, it's all acting, and I always my defense is I didn't write this. I'm just playing the character. But I haven't had too many bad experiences. There are actually really none that were terrible. So, but other than that type of situation, it's been great actually.
So we have comments and questions pouring in for Phil. Phil, what acting method do you prefer?
I pretty much try to go with the Meisner technique. I read Meisner's book. I read Stella Adler's book, which are both great. I read a little bit on method acting. I actually did a film where I was playing an actor who was method acting. It's like crazy. But yeah, so I right now I think I'm sticking with kind of like Meisner. Kind of like got to get into the mood,
Phil, what is the best film score ever?
Like IMDb? Are we talking or
I think he means the score of a film, like the music and.
That's a hard one to answer because almost every film that I'm currently doing, any feature film right now, is still in pre-production, so they don't have scores. And there's like 8 of them that I'm working on right now. So, unfortunately.
Oh no, he's gone. And
He's back.
he's back.
All
Oh
right.
wait, there's more.
Oh wait, there's more. Yeah, so I'm hoping they have good scores. I mean, from previous movies I've seen of these directors and producers, a lot of their movies are great. So,
What do you
and
think
I'm
about
expecting
like?
Blood Lost
Mhm.
to have a great rating, man, when it's all done.
Yeah.
You know, and Killer Pizza as well. No
Well,
pressure.
what about like the Star Wars score, the music from Star Wars, or the music from
You guys are.
The
Oh,
Dark
I
Knight?
apologize. I should talk about, actually, you know what? If we're talking about, I totally got that misconstrued that question.
Oh, that's
Score,
okay.
as far as music goes, yes, definitely Star Wars. Who doesn't love Star Wars? Obviously, I love Jurassic Park's theme song is great. Gosh, that's a good question. There's so many good ones out there that are. I
Andy
even
says
like
Queen 3. That's a good one. It is a good one.
It is.
there's a song I know the name of the song, in the rain.
Oh,
Bye.
oh,
Oh, I'm still
Oh.
here. Yeah. Yeah, anything that's like orchestrated, I love all that type of music. I can't think of the name of the movie, but the name of the song is "Kissing in the Rain." It's a great score. But yeah,
all right. So there's a lot of stuff coming in for Phil. What is your process for developing a character, especially with the recent volume of projects you've been doing?
good question. Good question. I love to. If they can supply a background for the character, I indulge in it. I love subtext because that really helps you to learn the character. And whatever they don't give you, you can fill in the blanks. So I kind of make backstories up because when I'm trying to play a character, I want to know like everything about him. Why is he thinking what he's thinking right now? What happened to him to put him in this situation? So this next film I'm doing, there's been a lot of subtext, a lot of character development, and it's been great because it's really helped me to get into this character. When I say the monologues, I actually feel like I've experienced the situation because I have so much background, so much subtext. So yeah, it's really just learning as much as you can or creating as much as you can about the character.
Awesome. Phil, have you found yourself accidentally responding to someone in real life as the character you were just playing?
Oh, once or twice, maybe. That's funny because I do that intentionally. And it's like I'm sitting there and then somebody asks me a question and I'll say it and I'm like, well, that was from a line in one of the films I did. And like I said, one of the characters I played, he got so caught up in his acting that he believed he was really that character. But yeah, and a lot of times jokingly I'll say it, that I'll be like, yeah. I'll say a quote from my story to see if they know it. And, a lot of times if they've seen the film, they answer to it. So yes, to answer the question, I do. A lot of deja vus.
Is there a favorite character that you've played? Are there any characters you would love to revisit?
Yeah. Actually, there's a lot of them. I always go back to Judge McCall because again, that's like one of my favorite films. Lucas, who wrote the script, actually has a full script for that. He has what happens after I shoot the new Don, so to speak. So I'm like, hey man, if you ever want to do a continuation of this story, I'm down. And another film that I actually did with him, he has a full script for that too. So yeah, a lot of these films, these little clippets, these short movies, they do have full scripts, and a lot of them I would love to go back and revisit. So heck yeah. And of course sequels, man. Sequels are always great. If you Friday the 13th Blood Loss, I'm always down for a sequel.
We'll see. We got to get
I
this
just
one
get my
down
character
first.
survive. Killer
Yep.
Pizza 2.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Do you prefer to catch fireflies or make judgment calls?
That's a darn good one. Those are some of my favorite boys right there. So that is a tough question to ask. I don't. You know what? To be fair, Catching Fireflies is the name of the next film I'm in. Dude is awesome. I'm working with Andrew Schlegel. I'll give him a throw out there. So and the one I did Judgment Call, Lucas is also on that film too. So we'll see. I'll answer that. That's gonna have to be answered later.
Anything John Williams touches is gold. Let's see.
Colin.
Oh, that was Colin. Colin Field, who was with us last night. That was from.
Colin.
Too.
Okay. Facebook user, do you do your own stunts, Phil?
Yes, so far I've done my own stunts. Yep, and they've been pretty cool. Nothing too hazardous. And I'm hoping to do. I'll be doing the stunts in this fight scene coming up. I had another minor fight scene, but yeah, I did my own stunts there. And if it's me in the film, it's really me in the film. So
yeah, they got to get you, man. They're saving money on the stunt guy. He does all. I mean, that's easy editing. He's doing his own stunts.
I try to stay in shape for a reason, man. I do my push-ups every night, so I'm ready.
Colin Field, what is your least favorite Halloween candy you get when trick-or-treating?
I think everybody has the same answer to this one. You got to say candy corn, man. Like, who wants candy corn in the bottom of the bag?
I kind of like candy corn.
I like candy corn.
Yeah, I don't know.
I buy like bags and bags.
I don't think I would like
No,
loose
this
candy.
is when but the question was when you get it trick-or-treating.
Right.
I don't like circus.
Yeah, now, if it's in a nice little baggie by itself, yeah, I guess so. But
yeah, I don't want loose candy from some stranger.
Exactly.
When old people
No.
use those old straw candies that they have wrapped up.
Disgusting.
It is disgusting
All right.
because it's been sitting there for like 20 years.
see, Mandy knows what I'm talking about. See, she knows.
Phil, what actor or actress do you draw inspiration from?
It's funny. There's quite a bit. I mean, I try to now. It's funny since I got into acting. Whenever I'm watching a film now, I'm critiquing everything. So, I don't know. It's funny, but Matt, I don't know if I really have a specific one, but I think I'd like to do a film with Matt Damon for some reason down the road. I don't know why, but like Brad Pitt's always cool to watch. He's cool to kind of pick up some of his mannerisms. Leonardo DiCaprio's another good one. He's got all the facial expressions. So I try to draw off of just watching these guys and, trying to learn, how they portray themselves in different characters. So
that was from Rob Mahoney. This next question is from Lucas. What album or musical artist do you have on repeat right now?
That is a good one. Oh, God. That's a good question. I have so many that I listen to. It's hard to say. I mean, obviously, I'm a Linkin Park fan. I always have their songs playing. I can't think of the name. It's something the Giant. I'm a new
Is
fan
it Young
of that.
Young the Giant?
Yeah, Young the Giant. Yes, I do like Young the Giant. I just started listening to him. Of course, all the older songs. I dabble in all kinds of music, so it's my musical palette is very diverse. So it's from top 40 to classical. It's crazy. So.
Candy corn is nasty. You can't tell if it's fresh or 20 years old.
Doesn't matter. It still tastes good.
Ugh.
If it doesn't break your tooth when you bite into it, then it's
Yeah.
at least about 15 years old or less. So
Yeah.
those preservatives, man.
So what do we have for Phil? We're coming up on the hour mark. I don't want to miss anything. Is there anything you can think of that we should have asked or talked about that we haven't? Anything you want to ask or say to Phil?
No, I think all of our viewers have been like really on top of things.
Something I missed. The campaign for Killer
Oh,
Pizzas in Demand on Indiegogo. Oh my God, guys.
Questions.
You could donate today and become a part of the film and work in the same movie that Phil's in, and
Yeah,
get
guys,
a credit.
get to the action. Definitely, it'd be awesome. The more, the merrier. Especially friends and family out there that are watching. You guys jump on in. Let's go.
And we try to keep a pretty family-like atmosphere on set, I would say. It's kind of interesting because we work with strangers a lot of the time. We get to know people through Indiegogo, and we seem to be able to get things to a point where everybody's on the same page and having a good time, I think. So
I refer to you guys now as the Blood Loss family. So that's how I look at you
yeah,
guys.
thank you.
You know that. You know.
So guys, join today, Killer Pizza. We're gonna try to start filming early 2025, so probably around January. So there's plenty of time to get involved and to prepare. Find a dog sitter, find a babysitter, make whatever arrangements you have to make to come and be on set with us. We have remote acting roles, producer credits, custom merchandise, and more. We'll go over that later. I don't want to take time away from Phil.
Yeah, don't miss out on an opportunity to be in a film with Tom Flynn, Walter Phelan,
Absolutely.
Nancy Ritter, and Albert.
And Phil
Phil.
Petrano.
That's right.
Colin.
And Colin, and Sam Taylor, and Mark Brubaker. All right, Facebook user Phil. This is from Matthew White. Phil, you're an actor and a producer. Do you have any thoughts of writing or directing?
Keep looking at all the screens.
Well, the producer thing is still in the works. That's just kind of producer thing is more so, I think, is just helping out, help out with a lot of Indiegogo, indie films, and I've been a huge supporter of that. And I think just even help donating to them and stuff like that. You can kind of get producer credits and stuff like that. But I am going to start dabbling, getting into the actual filming itself and helping out on set. So the producing part is going to, hopefully start to happen more, even with you guys. We talked about that. So
yeah, definitely. And
I'm
that's
learn from all different sides and angles of the whole, aspect of making films, being in films, marketing films, everything. It's been
and that's kind of what producing is sometimes. It's about helping share the campaigns, doing whatever you can to help make sure that the film gets made. I think every producer has a different role and does things differently, but that is a big part of it, is just trying to help get the word out there and get.
That's why I was so down with the promotional video. I was like all about that, and I'm looking very forward to doing the teaser trailer. It's all about being a team.
And joining through Indiegogo is the perfect way for somebody that doesn't have experience to go from zero experience to now I have an official producer credit, just like anyone else in Hollywood. It might not be on the new Star Wars film, but it's a credit on a
Mexico classic.
Yeah, it could be on Killer Pizza with Walter Phelan and Phil Petrano. And it's definitely a way to get your foot in the door and to start networking and branch out. It's also a way to expand on what you already have. Or some of these people used to act 10 years ago and they kind of took a break and now they want to get back into it. It's the easiest, quickest way to kind of get your feet back in the door. So
yeah, because I started out taking a bunch of acting classes. I took some at Blackfriars Theater. I did some acting classes with Frank Rossi. Those are, both of them are great experiences. But if you don't have the pocketbook for it, the main thing you want to do is you want to get in front of the camera. You want to learn all the lingo, everything that's in. Just get comfortable being on set. I actually absolutely love being on set now. It's like my happy place. And I always say that. I'm like, I want to be on set, or I want to get a T-shirt that says, "I'd rather be on set." It's so fun, and you just you want that experience just to get in front of it. So yeah, Indiegogo is a great way to do that. You can get a perk, get a part. Next thing you know, you're on getting filmed and you're in a movie. It's that easy. It's really cool.
And it doesn't take away from the acting classes and all that stuff either. I mean, it's just something that if you don't have the acting classes, you can join and get experience on set. If you are taking acting classes, it's still a way to get experience on set. So either way, it's nice to network and to be a part of it. And
absolutely, and yeah, it's like I feel my personal experience that I don't care if you've been acting for a year, 10 years, you can always improve. There's always a role you haven't played. There's always emotions you haven't showed. So the more you're out there, the more you're in front of the camera, it's like it's just experience. You can always, there's always room for improvement. I mean, like I said, I don't care how many years you've been doing it. And like you said, if you take a hiatus from it for a while, the best way to do it is just get back in there, jump into it, and get back on screen. You know, it's just a good feeling. So
Yeah. So we have a question from Colin Fiel, who was in the movie with you. He was on with us last night.
yes, Colin. Yeah, great dude.
Who are you most looking forward to working with on Killer Pizza, and why is it Colin Fiel?
You know what? I gotta feel. I heard him say yesterday that he loves people and he just like makes friends. We're gonna be best friends. You know what, Colin? It sounds like we might become, you know, BFFs pretty quick, brother. Yeah, you know, I am looking very forward with him to work with him. He's seemed very personable. So yeah, he's probably one of the ones right now. And I don't know. Have you guys discussed roles? Are we allowed to talk about what role he's playing or on Killer Pizza, or is that still classified?
We've talked about his role, right?
Who?
Colin.
Colin, yeah. Colin's going to be playing Brandon, the pizza delivery boy.
That is beautiful casting. That is perfect. I could see that 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, he's super easy to get along with. Great guy, very helpful. We worked with him on Blood Loss, and we actually filmed the music video with him too. That we didn't get a chance to talk about last night, but
awesome.
Yeah.
And of course,
yeah,
he Ari Lehman's band, so you know.
He's in First Jason alongside Ari Lehman and Bass Amp, and then he has this super cool band called The Day After, where he writes a lot of the music and stuff. So, and then actually another one called First Gospel as well. That's one of his newer projects. But yeah, he's super talented.
Any music of his going to be in Killer Pizza, or?
I think it should be. I don't know.
I don't know, Colin. Come on, no pressure, man. No pressure. But plant the seed now. That's great. That's great.
All right. So, what was your very first film?
Very first film. Actually, it wasn't actually a full film. It's another one that's still in pre-production. It's called 4D. It was actually a trailer we filmed. So I'm hoping that if he gets the proper budget for it, it'll come to fruition, and I'll have my part in there. So that was like the very first film. Very first student film I did was a capstone from U of R, which is called I Wish, which was a great film as well. So those were kind of like my two starters that got me rolling. And then, of course, you know, Friday the 13th Blood Loss was, you know, another one that got the blood pumping. So
Colin says he can't wait to work with you.
Yeah, ditto, man. Ditto. Absolutely, brother. Good time.
All right. A lot of participation in the chat room tonight. Everybody's excited for Phil Petranto to be in Killer Pizza. Of course, we start filming Killer Pizza early 2025, so it's around January. That's the goal right now. We're trying to raise the rest of the funding that we need to get the movie made. If you guys can help out, donate to the campaign. If you cannot donate, share the campaign. It helps out a lot. And all the funds go towards making the movie. We use it to do all the cool stuff that we've been doing. We've announced a ton of really exciting cast members, and I think it's going to be a great project to be involved with. What do you think?
It's a lot of fun.
It's going to be cool.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be fun. Let's see. We got Axe Pizza. I think that's Matthew White. And then Mary Reed.
But I want to thank you, Phil, for everything that you've done so far. And you've been extremely dedicated, and it's been like really great being able to just reach out to you, and you're there for us. So it's like
I appreciate it as well. And you guys, like I said, you guys are my blood loss family. Seriously, you guys, that was the beauty of this whole thing. I got to meet some great people, and you guys are obviously two of them. And I'm really enjoying it. We got a great collaboration. We've got great friendship. You guys know you
Every
can count-
time he says something nice, it cuts out.
I know, right? Who's sabotaging this here? I'm trying to pay some compliments here. Trying to get some brownie points here. What's going on?
But
No,
seriously, having you live like right here in Rochester with us and everything is like we just feel very blessed that you're here and that you're as dedicated to this profession as you are. So
Hey, us Rochesterians got to stick together.
So Phil was in Friday the 13th Blood Loss with us, and
Yes.
I believe his daughter is going to film remote part as well.
Yeah.
So that's cool. And then Phil's going to be in Killer Pizza. That's exciting. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that
my character's name is Eli, I believe.
He's asking if his character's name is Eli.
Yes, your character's name is Eli.
Cool name. I like it. Sweet.
Do I have a character name?
Do you have one yet? I'm gonna give you one.
He's smiling.
He's gonna be the missing person.
Yeah, probably. With the custom roles, it's something that we make for the backers on the spot. So Mandy has to write a lot of that stuff into the script to make sense of the story, to make everything worthwhile for the backers. So that's kind of what I did. You know, I just wanted a custom role, wanted to get in there so I get some experience working with Phil Petranto and Colin Field and all the cool people that we have attached to it.
So
Andy is great. First-hand experience. She is. I'm really feeding her a lot of compliments, aren't I? Sorry, Anthony. I'll get you on the next one, brother.
She's taking, dude. She's taking.
But she's so good at like just coming up with like stuff on the spot. I don't know how she does it. Like on Friday the 13th, we had to do a little tweaks, and Mandy was all over it, man. And poor Anthony was just hitting the grind at three days straight.
No sleep.
Definitely a trooper.
Yeah.
I like this. This is a good episode.
So yeah, we had to make a lot of on the spot changes with Blood Loss because of a lot of unforeseen, unfortunate circumstances. So Mandy did a lot of writing on the spot. We had to tweak and adjust things. Hopefully now I think we're on track. but at the time it was kind of
take care of it.
Yeah. And so yeah, she did a great job. She did all the makeup stuff. So she was writing, she's doing all the makeup.
I was making props.
Yes.
So there were times when I did make up a kill on the spot. How do I kill this guy? We have to cut his throat. All right, well, Mandy, you have to go make this knife for us so we can cut the guy's throat without killing him.
I remember the part, where's the gun? Has anybody seen the gun? Where'd the gun go?
Oh yeah, I did that. I was like, we need something that looks like somebody skinned a dog.
I found fur.
So she had to figure it out, kind of, and then so we just kept working on things. So yeah, interesting, huh?
You got to work through the hiccups sometimes. It all flowed out, worked out. So, and we of course we know what happened to me with my the car situation down there. You know, breaking down and almost had a heart attack.
Yeah,
I had to get back and film another film.
I wasn't going to bring up. Oh yeah. I wasn't going to bring up. He's coming back. There he is. I wasn't going to bring that up unless you did.
No, it was all good, man. Yeah, it was just well, it was nice of you guys because you guys offered me a bigger role, and it all just happened to work out at a time. But then just having to get back the next day, and all of a sudden the car decides not to start, and $1,300 later, I was able to get home. But hey, I'm so very thankful. So glad it worked out.
Yeah, definitely. No, we were super happy to have you. So yeah, I wasn't gonna, I was gonna leave some of that stuff up to you if you wanted to mention that stuff to us. So,
but you know what? I have no regrets, man, because had that not have happened, I wouldn't be here right now with you guys. So, no regrets.
Yeah. So I was just gonna say, so we had a situation where we needed somebody to fill a role, and Phil ended up kind of stepping up and taking over a lot of those scenes, and so it was very helpful.
Yeah, that was the first moment that
I was like, oh, I like this guy. This is cool. He saved us. He saved us.
It was funny because I was there for like a 30-second scene, and then it went from
Oh yeah, I think he was just supposed to. You were just supposed to be there for like
I was like Travis. I was there like what's going on and dead.
Yeah, it was just
that kind of happens sometimes. Like that happened with Bryn Hill. She was supposed to be just a small part in the film, and now she has a bigger part.
A lot bigger.
So things like that happen. You know, we try to film some extra scenes with people. Some of it'll make it, and some of it won't, but we try to do as much as we can. So people out there, get signed up. You never know. You could be starring in this thing. I was kidding. You never know. Yeah, it's you know, it's interesting because, you know, obviously that isn't guaranteed, but things happen where, you know, we might need somebody to be on set for longer to film some extra scenes, and then they get an opportunity to kind of be featured in a film more. So
yeah, it's sometimes
you never know.
Being in the right place at the right time. You know, absolutely.
Right. We talked to Colin last night about, you know, he did this thing for Blood Loss kind of by chance too, and now he's in Killer Pizza with this major role. The girl I mentioned before, Bryn, filmed the scene with us on Blood Loss, and then Mark Francis flew her out to Florida to film something with him, and you know, she got to do that. So you never know.
Yeah, I mean,
come network with people.
Yeah, and the people that showed up to that was amazing from all over the states, from like Nevada to Florida to Boston to, it was just crazy. I was just shocked that people from all over came. So
it's pretty cool, huh? You know, California flying in.
Yeah, California, Indianapolis. So I was like, what? It was a great turnout.
And when we filmed Blood Loss, that's in Bloomingburg, and we found out that the airport that goes there is not one that people can fly into. So to come film, you have to fly to New York City, and then you have to drive 2 hours to Bloomingburg. That's the easiest way to do it. So it was a lot for people to go through, and then you get stuck in traffic in New York City and stuff. So a lot of the people that I think are coming this time are probably driving in, which is probably easier if you can do it for that one. Killer Pizza is different. If
Killer Pizza's here. And in
Killer Pizza, you fly right in and you're on site.
Yeah, we got the Rochester Airport. Yeah, can't ask for more.
I mean,
perfect.
Can't beat that. So it's easy for Killer Pizza people that were with Blood Loss. You know, some of them had an easy time because they drove in. Anyone that flew had to fly and then drive for a while.
Let's go driving through the mountains, the Catskills. You know, it's like
make up for it.
So we're at about the hour mark. I just wanted to make sure that we mentioned everything that we were supposed to mention. Is there anything that we should have mentioned that we didn't get to mention? Do you want to plug any of your other projects or social media or anything else?
No, just a shout out to everyone I'm going to be working with. Kevin Duffy out there, my boy, you know, shout out to you, my friend, if you're watching. All the students at RIT and U of R, you guys are all great. Obviously, you guys, you know, I give you guys shout outs. You guys are part of my fam.
Thank you.
Yeah, anybody never been able to be working with in the future. There's a lot of films I'm going to be involved with. I thank you all for letting me be a part of it, and it's going to be great. Appreciate it.
So yeah, Kevin Duffy is making an appearance as well. Yeah. He's a talented.
I'm so happy about that. Yes, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's super cool to get a lot of these local filmmakers involved. It's
all about camaraderie, man. It's all about, you know, we're all working together on this. There's no competition in indie films. It's all just everybody's, you know, doing their own thing, and it's all about being supportive for everyone. So it's great.
And I believe Matthew's going to be involved as well. He says The Rock. I don't know if I can pull that up quick. The Rock. So yeah, thanks so much for being with us tonight. oh my God, I told you guys Phil would be here. They didn't believe me, but here he is. Phil Petranto, super talented actor and producer. He's going to be in Killer Pizza. You guys should too. Check out the campaign, donate to it. We'll let Phil go with that. Thank you so much, Phil. We'll have you back on soon, very soon, I hope.
Absolutely, guys. We'll be in touch.
Yeah, you'll see Phil in the upcoming Killer Pizza teaser trailer.
Yes.
Woo.
Forward to it.
Trying to get Anthony to do it with you.
She's trying to get me to do it.
Come on, brother.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right.
Somebody's got to film it though.
depends on you know what kind of, is there pizza involved? Am I going to get some pizza out of it?
We'll bribe him, man. We'll bribe him. We'll get him.
Well, thanks so much for joining us. We'll let you go.
Appreciate
Everybody
it, guys.
Say bye to Phil. Bye, Phil.
Thank you, guys.
He actually left on his own kind of there. He waved goodbye. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I hope you had a lovely time. If you see me looking off the screen, it's because I'm producing on the computer. We actually have 3 screens going
I'm
here.
getting distracted. I'm sorry. Like ADHD. It's like there's a screen here, one here, one here, one there. There's 4 screens.
So, Killer Pizza is in demand on Indiegogo. You guys check out the perks, donate today. I also wanted to mention that Friday the 13th Blood Loss is still in demand on Indiegogo. Your last chance to join the cast is March 31st. So you have 10, 11, you have 12 days left to join the cast. After that, you cannot join the cast because we have to go back and film soon. We have to cut you off. I guarantee somebody's going to ask me on April 1st if they can join. You can't.
I'm gonna laugh at you.
You cannot.
It's a joke.
March 31st is your last chance to join. We have to cut it off.
Yeah, we gotta get everything.
We have to get everything situated, and we have to and we have to go film and finish up, and then the release date for it is September 13th, which is a Friday. Go figure. So Friday the 13th in September would be the official release date for Friday the 13th Blood Loss. We have a large cast coming back to film with us, and we're trying to raise the funds that we need to get that one completed as well. We're not too far off, actually. So if you guys could help out by donating to Friday the 13th Blood Loss, help us get it finished. And then we're just raising the last bit of money that we need for Killer Pizza, and we can start going into production with it, pretty much. I mean,
want to get my puppets made.
She wants to play with her puppets.
Yes.
What do we do? Should we go over perks quick? We still got
Yeah.
people watching, so I guess for those of you who are brave enough to stick in, hang out with us for the next 10 minutes, we'll go over some Indiegogo perks.
You gotta hurry because your phone's gonna die.
Is it?
Yeah.
It might cut us off. Yeah, it's gonna die. All right, well, we'll do it quick. Indiegogo, oh my God, we got official producer credits starting at a very low amount of money. Can you scroll up? So we have a bunch of unique opportunities to join the cast and featured in the film alongside Walter Phelan from House of a Thousand Corpses and The Devil's Rejects and a bunch of other cool stuff. Tom Glynn from Creepshow, Albert from The Wedding Singer and the Killjoy franchise. Nancy Ann Ritter from Scream. What's your favorite scary movie?
Halloween Free.
Why are you asking me if you're gonna eat?
Halloween Free.
Can you scroll? I don't know how to scroll on this. Okay, autographed 8x10s were just added. Get yourself official IMDb thank you credits. Special thank you. A brand new t-shirt design. Got a couple different shirt designs on there. Hat, DVD, digital downloads. The brand new Killer Pizza backpack. That thing looks pretty cool. One of my personal favorites is the Killer hoodie. So you get yourself a Killer Pizza hoodie. I'm going to be getting one pretty soon.
For the 8x10 stuff, the autograph.
Those ones are from MANDEE. So you can get a Killer Pizza 8x10 autographed by Mandy. You can name a character in the film. We have a bunch of cool new merchandise combo packages. Get your picture in the film, get your song in the film, get your voice in the film, get you in the film.
You said the book one?
Get your book in the film. Here's a book that somebody signed up for. This is the book that they sent to us to use in the film. Producer credits. What else? Get custom demo reel. Product placements for businesses. If you have a podcast, business, or something along those lines, get your brand logo or product featured in the film.
I'm just waiting for your phone to die.
It's gonna die. It's gonna die.
We still have acting opportunities available up on Indiegogo with actual like specific roles if you want something a little bit more in depth. But we also have the remote acting perk, which is very popular for those who don't have the means to travel or don't want to travel, or they just want a little tiny part.
A remote acting role is when you film yourself at home and then you send us the footage to use in the movie, and you get full credit for it just like you're on set. You can do that with your smartphone or any camera that you have.
Any camera.
So we're gonna let you go.
Yeah,
do you want to
before the phone
say?
dies.
Do you want to say anything? You want to say bye?
I want to say bye.
Bye, everybody. Donate a Killer Pizza.
Donate to Killer Pizza.
I love you.
I
Bye-bye.
love you all. Bye. Yeah.